All right, race fans, here we are for heat number 2 of the High Octane Racing League Friday Night Series. We are at Daytona International Speedway. I'm your host, Heath Johnson. Be bringing you the 20-lap heat race here. We've already raced one. Tim Lansbury was our winner. Currently, we are in the warm-up session for heat number 2. So congratulations to Tim Lansbury for his victory in Heat 1. I'll pop this up here again. 2 20-lap heat races, getting ready to start Heat 2. And the winners of those races, or the top finishers of those 2 races, determine the front row for the 50-lap points race. So we're in qualifications now for Heat 2. Turn off that Compare 3 driver widget, and then I'm going to turn on the cycle through the tower, cycle through the tower here so we can see the times. Hopefully that'll show us times. Speeds are in kilometers an hour, so I try to avoid that one. That's poor saps from the United States. We still sticking to the miles per hour thing. So it looks a little weird to us. So we're following the 71 car, Jim Barasoff, as he makes his qualification attempt here at Heat 2. A big field, as I suspected. We had 16 drivers in that first heat race. And that field has grown considerably here for Heat 2, and then I suspect we'll have even more for the finale. So, you know, people have a love-hate relationship with Daytona International Speedway. So it looks like we're at 19 drivers. However, it attracts a lot of guys. You know, guys say they don't like it, but they keep coming back to the track. So it's one of those things where it's anybody can win. You know, you just got to have a friend, basically, in this race. You got to have some help. You got to be in the right place at the right time. Stay out of trouble. So we're following the 71 car, Jim Barasoff, as he makes his way around to qualify here in Heat 2. As we do, we'll go over the standings in the series. Joe Miller leading the points battle right now. 2 points behind is Ed Palumbo. In third position, just 4 points back, is Arthur Vieira. Fourth position, 5 points back, Tim Lansbury. And rounding out the top 5 in the season standings so far is the 58 of Mitchell Smith, 7 points back. So we see a tight battle. Of course, it's early on in the season, but a tight battle shaping up here. Last week's results, Joe Miller came away with a victory there at Road America. So a very challenging road course. Joe was able to come away with the win. Palumbo was second. Don Kelligrew finished third. Bruno Champagne was fourth. And rounding out the top 5 was Tim Lansbury at Road America. Thought I had the schedule up there. Oh, I need to see that. I need to turn that speed trap, or excuse me, that speed thing off there. Fastest lap. That will pop up again, I suspect. So it looks like Tom McKeever currently has the fastest lap at 46.298. See if somebody can beat that. Still got the 4 of Joe Miller on the track. Well, briefly we had Joe Miller on the track. Look at Sean Jacobs as he makes his qualification attempt. 24 of Sean Jacobs, SG3 Racing. Ed Palumbo in the 54 car making his qualification attempt. Ed's one of those guys that likes to sort of wait a little bit, let some guys get out on the track, kind of see what the times are, and then make his qualification attempt. So he's a little bit of a late starter as far as qualifications are concerned. And that's his strategy, and it works well for him. You see he's qualified in the 3rd position. Tom McKeever, our pole sitter here in heat number 2. So congratulations to Tom. See quickly while these guys are going to go through, if I cannot get to the web page and see what we have on store here for high octane coming up. Hopefully you can see that on the screen. So tonight we are at Daytona, and we're coming up to next week on the 7th we'll be at Kentucky. On the 14th, New Hampshire, some short track action, and then of course Indianapolis Motor Speedway on the 21st, and then followed by Pocono. It'll be the second run at Pocono on the 28th. And Watkins Glen, a road course coming up on the 4th. That's always a fun one. Michigan, our second time at Michigan on August the 11th, and we're going to finish out this season on the 18th at Bristol Motor Speedway, short tracking it. So that kind of gives you an idea of where we are or what we got coming up here at on the Friday night series, StockCarSimRacing.com, and the High Octane Racing League's Friday night series. This is Turn Left TV, and again, I'm your host, Heath Johnson. So we take a look at the top qualifiers. Again, Tom McKeever qualifies on the pole, followed by Artur Vieira. Second position, Ed Palumbo qualifies 3rd. 157 of Jair Oliveira, our pole sitter from heat number 1, sets in 4th position. Number 49 of Ivan Deschamps qualifies 5th. 22 of Sandro Kelmer is 6th in 6th place. 18 of Mark Snyder qualifies 7th. 71 of Jim Barasoff is in the 8th position. 108 of David Raoli finishes or qualifies 9th. Rounding out the top 10 is the number 4 of Joe Miller. Friday night series format, again 2 heat races followed by a final race, and for the Friday night series we're going to be 50 laps. You see there at the bottom of the banner, 50 laps is our main race, so that we are getting ready to start the second 20 lap heat race. Tomorrow night, we will be at Michigan International Speedway, the High Octane Racing League Saturday Night Thunder. So a fixed setup, invite-only league, 100-lap race, 75% damage. So that's going to be an interesting race to watch. Michigan International Speedway, 3 and 4 wide at that track, multiple grooves, multiple tire strategies. So it's going to be an interesting race to watch. That's coming up tomorrow night. So we're getting ready to kick it over to warm-up. Things get switched over here. I think we're going to do we are in warm-up here. We're going to do about 5 minutes or so of warm-up, and then we'll go green, heat number 2. We're currently following the 71 car of Jim Barasoff. Make sure everything's working. cockpit view here. We're watching him go down the back stretch. Go back to our trackside camera. See him go around the 65 car of Dan Richter. See the 65 there. That little hiccup was somebody leaving the server. I believe he's going to be coming back here. So it looks like our pole sitter is doing some, making some adjustments through the radio. Terrace Enrique has just joined us, so that's a good sign. Welcome to Terrace. Joe Miller is this fastest car in the warm-up session, 45.393. Side view is going to be the first one to use. We get that set up. First we got the cockpit view. Back to track side. We can always do a. I'm going to try. I'm going to try to do a. One where we stop on the track here as they come by. There we go. Kind of a crank it up type of thing. See them as they come by. Got that on. Got control of that camera. Oh, it's probably making you guys a little queasy there watching that. Kind of looking at the tower and the blimp go by, and a couple guys working together there. You can always put the tab on. You can see who that is coming around. Following the Jim Barasoff machine and the Dan Richter machines as they go around the track. One of the things to operate this whole broadcast are better done directly from the race screen, and some are done better from the outside console. So it just depends on what you want to do. But you have to continuously move back and forth between about 3 programs. And then when you do want to do an in-car interview, you've got to use TeamSpeak too. So you've got to use a 4th program. Right, I thought we were going for 5 minutes here in warm-up, so we should be getting pretty close, going to the race. Currently we're following a 65 car, Dan Richter. Jump in here with following a 38 car, Clayton Wiggin. Clayton was able to work his way up to the front there in that first heat race, so he's got a fast car. Expect some good things from Clayton tonight. All right, I believe we are going to take the I think we're going to take the green flag here to start the race. So we'll get these guys lined up. Heat race number 2. right. The 141 of Arthur Vieira is our pole sitter here in heat number 2. 54 of Ed Palumbo starts in the 2nd position. Third position is the 157 of Jair Oliveira. As you can see, I'm using that tower as a cheat. 49 car of Ivan Deschamps starts in the 4th position. 22 of Sandro Kelmer starts 5th. 18 of Mark Snyder starts in the 6th position. 71 of Jim Barasoff starts 7th. The 108 of David Rowley starts in the 8th position. The 9th position is the number 4 of Joe Miller, followed by the 38 of Clayton Wiggin in the 10th position. In 11th, we have Steve Pierce, 21 car. 51 of Keith Chestnut starts in the 12th position. 82 of Tim Lansbury starts in the 13th position. 14th position is the 65 of Dan Richter. 15th position is the 30 of Bruno Champagne. 16th position is the 31 of Charlie Civitaris. 17th is the 83 of Don Kellegrew. the 18th position is the 24 of Sean Jacobs. The 19th position, the 85 of Tom McKeever. I believe that Tom had qualified on the pole, but I think since he left to fix his team speak and came back in, it moved him to the back. So that gave the pole to Arthur Vieira, I believe. All right, 20 laps. Heat number 2 here at Daytona International Speedway. Arthur Vieira is going to lead the field here on the bottom side.
Green flag, go, go, go!
Judging from the way that things worked out in that first heat race, it looks like guys are going to want to try to get to the bottom as quickly as they can, or at least be able to have a lot of guys to work with on that high side. So you see Ed Palumbo going down on the low side quickly.
Yellow, yellow, yellow!
Guys got together there. Comes down low and gets up into the 54, the 18, the 71, the 38 are all involved, but to get up to into the 49 car. Oh, I guess we're going to do a restart. All right, admin restart. Well, that happens if you get in the sim racing world. We've already gone through the field here. I'm not going to do that again. So the positions remain the same. Alright, here's our restart. Ooh. Okay, I guess we're having some connection issues, so we're just going to continue on with the broadcast, just some technical issues. Maybe we need to make a technical difficulties. Some technical difficulties text. Alright, well, it looks like we did a grid reset. And Tom McKeever is going to be on the pole. So guess what? We're going to go through the field again. All right, the 85 of Tom McKeever starts in the first position. 141 of Archer Vieira starts second. 54 of Ed Palumbo is third. The 157 car of Jair Oliveira starts in the fourth position. Fifth is the 49 of Ivan Deschamps. 22 of Sandro Kelmer is in the sixth position. 18 of Mark Snyder starts seventh. 71 of Jim Beresov starts in the eighth position. 108 of David Rowley starts in the ninth position. The number 4 of Joe Miller starts 10th. 38 of Clayton Wiggins starts in the 11th position, followed by the 21 car of Steve Pierce in the 12th position. The 51 of Keith Chestnut starts 13th. The 82 of Tim Lansbury starts in the 14th position. 65 of Dan Richter starts in the 15th position. The 30 of Bruno Champagne starts in the 16th. 31 of Charlie Civiteri starts in the 17th position. 18th is the 24 of Sean Jacobs. In the 19th position is the 83 of Don Kelliger. So that rounds out our field. Back up here at the 85 car. I suspected when we, they moved him to the back of the grid because he had left to correct a few things on his TeamSpeak. An update in TeamSpeak, so you got to redo some of your private, your whisper keys. So it seems like that's what he was doing. All right, pace car is off. 85 car going to lead the field on the bottom side here. Again, the trick is to get to the bottom side as quickly as you can, because that's the line that seems to be working the best. That high line will work, but you got to have some help up high. The 85 car, you see, he's fighting the 141, so the 141 does have a little bit of help here. The 141 of Jair Oliveira running in the second position. On the high side, he does have a little help. So you see the 85 car hasn't quite been able to clear. Now he's able to clear the 141 on the low side. You see that low side starting to kick in. Guys are, more and more abandoning. Oh, we got a wreck here. Abandoning that low side, as I was going to say. We got big wreck. Take a look and see what happened here. The 157 car gets in the back of the 154 there, gets up into the wall, and then comes down in front of the 22 car. See the 108 collected there, the 31, the 21 gets collected into that. Jim Beresov was involved. Look and see what happened at Jim's car. See he and the 4 of Joe Miller get together and come back down and hit Sandro Kelmer. Take a look out of the front of the 71 car to get an idea of what he saw there. It's already transpiring. He gets hit in the back end, and he and the 4 are just trying to avoid that crash. Here in the in-car of David Rowley. See that 157 car. You don't see much here. It's like David's probably going to get hit in the rear quarter. Clayton Wiggins there. You see the 157 car just gets down. Clayton had nowhere to go. Gets into the wall. Kind of get an idea of what he's looking at in his car. It's not a very good camera angle there, but there's that 38 car going right into the wall, lifts his car off the ground. So tough break there early on. We've already had a restart, so the rule is we don't do another restart. The 85 of Tom McKeever. Looks like being up front is preferred, and I'll tell you what, 8th on back. Most of those guys involved in that accident. So a lot of guys looks like probably have damage here early on in this race. So a couple guys there, we can't go back really and see their don't believe we can go back and see their incident, but we're getting some word that Tim Lansbury and Bruno Champagne might have gotten penalized because they were avoiding the accident. They actually went down pit road and sped, and they got a penalty, so we're going to clear those, what we would call a bogus black flag. If you come down pit lane avoiding an accident, then the game's going to penalize you for speeding. Get your penalty cleared. So it looks like the 30 and the 82 will get their black flags, their penalties cleared, so that's good. 85 car, we see him faking that he's going to be coming in. Getting that one to go. Tom McKeever leading the field. 54 of Ed Palumbo going to start on the outside. 49 of Ivan Deschamps going to start third. 18 of Mark Snyder starts in the 4th position. 141 of Arthur Vieira starts 5th. Sean Jacobs in the 24 car starts 6th. Seventh position is the 31 of Charlie Civitarese. 21 of Steve Pierce starts 8th. 4 of Joe Miller is going to start 9th, and the 10th place starter will be the 82 of Tim Lansbury, but it's telling him, I believe, to go to the back of the field. Yeah, so the 82 and the 30 are going to have to start in the back. So I thought that they were going to get their black flags cleared, but it doesn't look like the plug-in or the that's working. All right, the 85 and Tom McKeever lead the field to the green flag here. All right, the pace car's in.
Green flag, go, go, go.
Green flag here on the low side. Start lap 5, so hopefully these guys get settled down here for some green flag racing. So 49 now moves up to the 2nd position, the Ivan Deschamps. Moves up in the 2nd position. You see Ed Palumbo in that 54 car duck down into on the low side, and some guys get together there just behind Ed. So Mark Snyder might have look at 18 and the 24, I believe, and maybe the 108 car, or 157 car, I'm sorry. Snyder will settle in here in the 6th position. Find that incident there. And that's going to not be the one I want to see. We'll give up on that. Basically 3 options here, or 4 options. You can do an overtake, you can do show who's off track, show the finishing status, show who spins around. But the overtake, there's so many changes here with all these guys passing each other that it's hard to keep up with that specific event. Kind of gotta guess and see where it's at. We're following the 18 car right now. And up here to the 85 of Tom McKeever, continuing to lead, starting lap 8. Car of Ivan Deschamps running in the 2nd position. Guys have sort of gotten single file here, so everybody just sort of settling down. We got 2 packs up front, and then we've got a pack that's kind of falling off there to the back. And the 6-car breakaway here. So 85 of Tom McKeever, and 49 of Ivan Deschamps. 3rd place is Arthur Vieira. 4th place is Ed Palumbo. See 1, 2, 3, and 4 there. So we're looking at 85 of Tom McKeever and the 141 of Arthur Vieira. 49 of Ivan Deschamps running 1-2. Look and see what happened here on this. These guys trying to make a pass on this high side. So 157 and the 4 there. 4 is able to get around. Excuse me, the 157 is able to get around. They're trying to make something work there on the high side, and then the guys got organized there on the low side and left the 4 out. 49 car, I see him running in the 2nd position, just behind the 85. Tom McKeever leading the race on lap 10. So 6-car breakaway. Just enough cars up here to really make it interesting. See Tom McKeever first on our grid, followed by the 49 of Ivan Deschamps. 141 of Arthur Vieira sits in 3rd. 4th is Ed Palumbo, and Sean Jacobs, 24 car, Works his way up to the 5th position. Look at the 24. Working in the 5th position of this 6-car pack. It's broken away from the rest of the field. These guys have got a little over a 2-second lead, almost a 3-second lead on the remainder of the field. I should say that second pack. The second pack looks like it's somewhere around 6 or 7 cars. So if you see the difference in time there between the 6th and the 7th place car, you can kind of see there's about a 2.1 second gap between 6th place and 7th place. Excuse me, yeah, 6th place and 7th place. Following the 24 of Sean Jacobs in 5th right now. So looking back here at the leader of this 7-car pack, 7th place, Jim Parasoff, I should say, a 5-car pack, 6 cars, sorry. They had another guy with them, but you know, it'd be interesting to see. Right now, they seem to be roughly maintaining about that same distance from that front pack, so about 2 seconds back. They're not organized there as well as that front pack, so probably not going to be able to run them down. In fact, these just ducking out there a little bit and not sort of staying tight together in single file definitely affects their overall lap times when they continue to fall back from, you see the 157 car going around the 71 of Jim Barasoff. Sorry, the 157 of Jair Oliveira now takes the 7th position. You see they're side by side there, definitely not going to help them. If you look at that 6th and 7th place time there, it's now dropped back to over 3 seconds. Back up here with the 85 car of Tom McKeever. Again, these guys in this front 6 are pretty much staying single file. They've sort of separated a little bit. Just got a 4-car breakaway now. It looks like Sean Jacobs and Mark Snyder might be falling behind a little bit. Be interesting to see if that Sean Jacobs car can get in the draft of Ed Palumbo and get back there in that pack. So right now he's about 4/10 of a second back, so not too bad to see him getting a little bit of a shove from Mark Snyder. So yeah, you see here his RPMs pick up, and he's starting to catch up with the 4th place car, Ed Palumbo. So again, riding along with Sean Jacobs, sitting in the 5th position, now feeling a little bit more comfortable. He's on the toe of the 54. Clayton Wiggin ran the fastest lap here on lap 17, followed by Jair Oliveira, the 157 car. So those guys in that second pack are moving quite briskly, but are they able to close the gap? They're about 3.5 seconds back. A little check up there. Back up here following the leader on lap 17. '85 with Tom McKeever. Domino's Pizza, number 85 Chevy. Hammer Down Racing. Leading the field here in P2. He's our pole setter. And I'm sure Tom would like to come away with a victory here and be sitting up front for that feature. Sounds like these guys in this pack might even be communicating with each other. To maintain their position, work together. extend that lead on that second pack. So these guys are probably feeling pretty comfortable in the fact that, you know, if barring any problems, they've got at least a top 6 sewed up. So right now, the 85 of Tom McKeever leading us in here on lap 19. The question is everybody on board here? You see the 49 car of Ivan Deschamps. I'm sure he wants to win this heat race. 141 of Art Rivera. He could be a spoiler. So you see this pack starting to get a little bit more disorganized. The guys are starting to tuck out here and look on that high side to see if they have any help. So 141 car looks like he was wanting to duck out there to that high lane. And 54 car, that 54 car I think was hoping to have some help up high. And that 24 of Sean Jacobs has fallen off, fallen out of the draft. See, those guys got side by side, and we really want to go back to this right now, but this replay here shows you know, Sean, oh, it looks like Sean warped out. We're on the last lap here. Unfortunately, that 24 car had some warp issues. We're on the last lap. It looks like that 85 car going to hold on for the win. So the 85 of Tom McKeever, our heat number 2 winner. So congratulations to Tom. All right, that concludes our second heat race broadcast. Thanks for joining us, and we'll be back here for the feature.